All right. Oh man, like to me, like that's the power of this figure of the Baphomet. That's the power of the power of the figure of the Baphomet is it's just so simple and it's relatable. It's just so simple and it's just so relatable, you know. Um, again, this idea of the Baphomet being both male and female at the same point in time, you know. Like to me, that's powerful. To me, that's powerful. It's not powerful from any religious or esoteric or any of these stupid fucking reasons. Any of these stupid fucking intellectual reasons. And there's so much intellectual shit out there. You know, shit. But it's simply from the fact of my father. It's very personal. Like the figure of Baphomet to me is very personal. Because it's not just with my father, but I've grown up here in America, and I know you Americans. I do. I know you Americans. I do. So it's not only personal. It's communal. It's communal, and it's like my dad. He portrays himself as a manly man, but he's not a manly man. Yeah, if he had if my father ever had to tell any of his children that he loved them, and he was being serious, then he would probably break up into tears, and he probably wouldn't even be able to speak. I love you. And why is that? Because he's emotionally retarded. And that's what happens when you have a society whose development has been arrested. Like, that's the actual meaning of arrested development. A joke to some, a tragedy to others. Mm. But I mean, then there's the MGTOW movement. Then there's the MGTOW movement, and then it's like the MGTOW description of females is just scientific. It's just scientific, right? The problem with the MGTOW description of females is that it's not scientific because there's no control group. Like they're just observing what is rather than a control group. Right, and the Jewish scriptures say, "Spare the rod, spoil the child." So maybe it's nurture rather than nature, because MGTOW describes women as nature rather than a false nurturing, a nurturing of a of a female that has no male characteristics within her, a nurturing of a female that does not have any male characteristics within her. Like, many evil people out there claim the Baphomet as their symbol, but when I started looking at it, I was just like, oh man, maybe the Baphomet is the symbol of a good figure. The figure of a man who could tell his children that he loves them in all sincerity, without I love you, without being an emotional retard. the the figure of a woman that you would fear, not just from the shadows, like poisoning or shit talking, not just from the shadows, but a woman that you would fear from the light. You'd fear her on both sides. Of the good and evil divide. Not just one. Because if you only fear the evil side, you're pathetic. There's many people out there that don't fear the evil side nor the good side. And these women will be helpless in front of such. No, that transfigure. I wrote a poem one time, and it was only a poem as a stream of consciousness. I've written a poem in a long time. My poems are hard to write. They're difficult and fun. It's more stream of consciousness, and it was just No, like one of my favorite stream of consciousness poems was I was taking on the role of the hero within the poem, and that's the beauty of poems. It's like you could be the author of that poem, but not be the voice of, and your voice is hidden within the words. But I took on the poetry of the hero that is going to save the woman, right? And I'm just like, hey, I'm going to save you, even though I might die and you might live and fuck my enemy, you know. But it was just like, damn. It was just like, damn. It was like, what's a heart? What's a heart? Like, seriously? Is a heart just a word? Or a few words? I love you. I love you. When you actually don't, right? But it was just like, you know what? If you actually loved me, then we'd be fighting on the same team, on the same side. Rather than me being the hero that saved you. It was good and powerful, and I think I was actually showing the moon within my video, which was cool. No, it's like for me, that's what's saved my soul. That's what saved my soul. What saved my soul is that, I'd always wanted to be a story writer, but I failed when I was a teenager, and then I started getting into story writing. Before that, I was doing journal writing. But while I was doing journal writing and while I was doing story writing, I was smoking some marijuana. And marijuana, it puts estrogen into your body, and estrogen gives you emotions. And so, and it actually reduces your testosterone. It reduces your testosterone. And I got a lot of testosterone flowing through me. I do. Fuck. But, No, it was nice. It was nice letting go of all this testosterone paranoia and this testosterone fear. It was nice to be a female. And it still is. And it's nice to be a male too. Shit, I'm fucking male as shit. I am, but it's also nice to have compassion. But there's false compassion out there. Damn. And that's actually why I made this video, was because of the false compassion, because I got off kilter. But I guess I don't have any more to say to that, other than beware of the false compassion.